A family-run horse ranch in inland California becomes the epicenter to find the impossible shot in Nope. Written and directed by Jordan Peele, who did the terrific Get Out, and the even better, Us. This movie was fucking terrifying. No, Lupita Nyong'o graphic. You cannot hurt me. You can't hurt me. No, stop. Get away. Lay down. Lay down, you goofy cover. That movie actually really was goddamn terrifying. I was actually horrified watching that movie. It was just really good. And both movies dripping with social commentary, and just Jordan Peele's a master filmmaker. He's quickly becoming a master of horror. He is not the true master of horror, but when I saw the trailer for Nope during the Super Bowl, I was like, okay. Keke Palmer's in this. She's really good. Daniel Kaluuya, I hope I pronounced that right, from Get Out. They play brother and sister. It's a family-run horse ranch, and you see, like, Keke Palmer's character, Emerald Haywood, she's dancing around, and then suddenly the electricity dies, and you see the scrolling text, and then some weird stuff happening, and then somebody gets sucked into the sky, like, nope. So, I'm going to keep this spoiler-free, at least as spoiler-free as possible. I will say, if you've seen enough of the trailers, you probably have an idea of where this movie may be going. You think. This movie actually goes in a couple different directions, and in good directions, and this movie, really at its core, is just about not doing stupid shit, but also wanting to discover some shit that maybe you shouldn't dive into. And also, it's just really goddamn good, and actually has some pretty fucking chilling moments. There's some good shit here. There's some unexpected shit. The acting's really fucking good. Jordan Peele, if he continues to knock these out of the park, he's already way better than M. Night Shyamalan and Ding Dong, Ching Chang, Shabop. Remember when he made some good movies? Who still gives him money for movies? Oh, no. But anyway, M. Night Shyamalan did do great with Sixth Sense and Unbreakable. Now, you could argue those two movies don't hold up maybe quite as well, but I say they do. Yeah, Sixth Sense, you obviously can look for the signs. And speaking of signs, that was M. Night Shyamalan's third movie. It was about aliens, some alien life form, an alien invasion, something that wasn't supposed to be here. And that's the case with Nope. There's something that's not supposed to be here. Something unusual, some super phenomenon. And basically, Keith David is also in this cast. Brendan Perea, Michael Wincott, he's good in this. And Stephen Wen, I hope I said that right, Yeun. He's great as a kind of a carny guy running his own like ranch shop. It's almost like a discount version of like, you know, the Western area in Disneyland. I don't even remember what it's called, but I remember going there and getting some gold shavings, and 11-year-old me was really excited. So in this movie, it's a small inland California area. There's that, you know, shop area, or there's, you know, that like little theme park area. There's the Haywood Ranch, and the Haywoods are trying to pick up the pieces, after their father tragically passes away, and that factors in to the events that lead for the rest of this movie. Basically, OJ, Daniel Kaluuya, he's kind of standoffish. In fact, I almost was worried that he was bombed out on Quaaludes during some of this. Now, he's a very good actor, but he was a little bit more energized in Get Out, but he does have a reason to be a little more subdued. And Keke Palmer's character, Emerald, she is very, very boisterous. Like, literally, it's a yin and yang thing. Like, you know, she's very boisterous and loud, and they're trying to get work for Hollywood film sets, basically using their horses because it's a family ranch. Her dad had all this, and even though they're falling on some bad financial times, or OJ is, you know, Emerald is bound and determined, let's make this work. Let's do some good stuff. And then one night, something very, very strange happens. Like, you know, some weird images happen in the sky or whatever, and the electricity's going out, and it doesn't make any sense. like stuff just stops. Like, you know, and like these wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube men, they just stop, and all this stuff, it like just gets really quiet. And then it turns out there is something that isn't supposed to be there, and maybe it's been there longer than they thought, and they got to figure out what the hell is going on here. So enter Angel Torres, played by Brendan Perea, who is a tech guy that helps him install camera stuff, figure out what's going on here. So yeah, that's about all I really can say before getting into spoilers, but I will say before I do that, Jordan Peele, this is a fucking grand slam. This movie is fucking phenomenal. I loved every minute of it. It is a bit long. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes, so get ready, hunker down, pick your spots about when you want to go to the bathroom. You don't really want to miss all that much, but this movie is fucking great. Keke Palmer is fucking tremendous. She's been great in other things. Daniel Kaluuya, if he actually can continue to have roles like this, he's going to have a hell of a goddamn resume. And Keith David being in this, he's been great since They Live. And he's great in bit parts and whatever, starring roles, doesn't matter. Keith David's great. He's got that great voice. And Stephen Nguyen, he's been good and stuff as well. And other than that, it really just centers around these few people and figures out, their quirks and stuff like that and how they would handle certain unexpected phenomena. Okay, I'll stop that. Sorry, that goddamn Muppets theme is just stuck in my head. But they try to figure out what's going on here, and really, it gets pretty goddamn chilling at some points. And there are some good fake outs as far as the comedy mixing with the horror and mixing with the suspense. And even though, yes, it is a little more out there than Jordan Peele's other movies, it's also shockingly grounded. It's about OJ and Emerald coming together right now over me. But in all seriousness, they are trying to basically stay alive, but also keep the family ranch going. Even though Emerald really doesn't want to be there, OJ feels an obligation to their recently departed father. So that's really all there is there. Good special effects, good suspense, good use of camera tricks. And it also has some really good dark comedy and some just really good lighthearted comedy. But when it wants to turn up that suspense and turn up that horror, it fucking does it. It nails it. It does great shit. And I fucking had a blast watching this. This was a lot of fun. I can see some people not liking this. Some people may say that it's a lot like Signs and that it's a dip in quality. I feel this is Signs done right. And also you can see horsies. If you love horsies, you're just going to love this movie. But in all seriousness, Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, and the rest, they do great work here. So I am going to get into spoilers, so that's your warning right here. Major spoilers coming, 3, 2, 1, and spoilers! Okay, spoiler section. So it is aliens, sort of, kinda, maybe. It's an unexpected being that's in the sky. And it kind of reminded me a bit of The Crawling Eye. The Crawling Eye had a cloud that was, like clouds that were up in the mountains, and they acclimated to the atmosphere by finding a way to get into people. It had Forrest Tucker, and it was the first ever cable broadcast of, MST3K. While the movie's not great, it had some good ideas. That's what this reminded me of, because there's this cloud that just didn't move. It didn't move at all, and I swear that is where Jordan Peele got the inspiration. Not knocking. There are very few 100% original ideas without taking inspiration from others. And Jordan Peele is a student of film, you can tell, because he uses references right. And there are plenty of other hidden references I'm sure that I did not, totally grasp, and I'll probably have to get on a second viewing, which I will inevitably do. Easy for me to say, probably once it's out on streaming, but it is worth seeing in theaters. And it turns out what basically it comes down to is this alien being, this something, is feeling very, very much like, this is its territory. And it wants to take people to study. Doesn't want to take people to study because it starts, knocking out the electricity and taking people, and horses disappear and other stuff. And Stephen Nguyen's character, there's a bit of a sinister deal with his little ranch, his little ranch theme park deal. He keeps buying horses from OJ, and OJ is supplying him the horses basically as a way to keep the horses he, ultimately wants and keep the ranch open. He's selling them for a premium price. And we find out a little bit later what's going on with that. Angel Torres, Brendan Pereira's character, works at Fry's. I don't even think they have Fry's anymore. I don't mean French fries. I mean the electronics store Fry's. And he's a tech guy that kind of gets a little bit invested in this. Kind of like Joaquin Phoenix's character in Signs. And what he ends up doing is he helps him install cameras and stuff like that. And figures out what the hell's going on here. And is really, really invested in this. And then there's Antlers Holst. Michael Wincott. I had to look that name up on my notes because I just could not fucking remember that. He is trying to find the impossible shot. He is somebody that, studies nature, studies the stuff, tries to find this thing that's going to be the next big break. And Emerald really wants to find this. And OJ is like, well, what do we do? we could buy this stuff, but we don't want that much money. She's like, yeah, spend money to make money. They get all these cameras, and then they get Brendan Perea to come out and install that stuff. But they're trying to find the impossible shot, the shot that will make them millionaires before anybody else can figure this out. But the more they figure out, the worse it gets. So this is where the major spoilers are going to come in. Major spoilers. Just in case you're watching at this point, but you don't really want to, you just maybe say, oh, I can watch some of this stuff. It turns out what this thing basically is while it is an alien life form of some kind, it does hover in the sky and it waits in a stationary cloud. It turns out that what it is something that wants to eat, and it feels that this is its territory, and it is going to take care of every living being, and anything with electricity is going to knock it out occasionally. It's going to eat the horses. That's where Stephen Yeun's character comes in, because he tries to do a demonstration that goes fucking tits up, because this being is like, no, I'm going to fucking take care of this. O.J. Haywood, he figures out, hey, wait a second. It's kind of like, what happened a little bit earlier when they were doing a shoot with this one particular horse, and there are these chapter breaks with the horse names and stuff like that to factor in to just what happened, and what led to all this, and what leads to the glorious climax. It turns out, basically, that he got this idea from when this deal happened, from when this when this horse got a little bit spooked on set, because he saw this weird thing that looked like it was looking him in the eye. He saw his reflection and everything, and he ascertained, don't look the thing in the eye, just don't look directly at it, and it won't bother you, because it's like an alpha male situation, or like the law of the jungle and everything. Don't look at it and it won't bother you. Just don't look. And then Lard Lad Donuts comes in. Just don't look. Scott Paul Aiken's guarantee. Anyway, longtime Simpsons fans are dying laughing in the comments. But that's what it likes, fleshy stuff, horses, humans. But they also tried to send up a plastic horse or fake horse, and that didn't work. Because it's organic, it ended up having to spit that shit out, and it didn't really like that stuff, and that angered it. Also, there's this weird as fuck side plot that I think is going to be in reference to another movie that they're going to do at some point. Something about a sitcom that was centered around a monkey that literally went apeshit and killed people. And it was weird. It was bizarre. It was scary to see just a chimp absolutely lose it, beat the shit out of one girl, bite and attack this one guy. And that was Stephen Yeun's character when he was a kid, because he was famous for being on that. And then he saw the chimpanzee get shot in front of him. That was really goddamn weird. I can't even fully describe that in detail. You have to see those scenes. It's fucking just freaky. You have it you have that in part of the opening, you have it a little bit later, and then you have that, and it's just goddamn. That could have been its own goddamn movie. What it turns out is that they have all these cameras set up. Michael Wincott's character comes in with film, because since it's not kind of electronics, film never goes out of style, and that's how the impossible shot's caught, with a classic film camera, showing once again how Jordan Peele's a student of the game. And then basically things go really tits up, because he gets sucked up into the goddamn thing along with his film camera seemingly running. And then they do capture the other shots. There's, like Stephen Yeun's little theme park is totally toast. People just got fucking killed there. And there was also this cool little well camera that actually takes it. You can look down and boom, it just takes your picture. More on that here in a bit. What ends up happening is they come up with this idea to finally basically find a way to get rid of this thing. They had to find a way to force feed it stuff that it can't take. Just find a way to get it to force feed stuff where it gets angry and it starts sucking up houses and sucking up other stuff and whatever. And then what ends up happening is, after it seems like OJ's character is totally done. OJ is done in California. If only that was true about the real OJ. Keke Palmer's character goes to this now deserted theme park area, and she ends up untying this, giant mascot that was kind of like Lard Lad Donuts, but except it was this cowboy. And this creature just looks around, and this creature now, instead of being cylindrical, is now more open. It's almost like a space jellyfish. And it just does this and opens this stuff and eventually sucks that thing in. And because it ends up choking on that thing because it's so big, even though that creature is big, the deal of the mascot is really, really big. Boom! Just bursts. Just fucking bursts. And then the way it's laid out and everything, and it's stretched out, kind of looks like a gray man alien. Nice little symbolism there. And it's just really fucking frightening and freaky and very darkly comedic and really good shit. And I fucking love it. And it's hard to describe everything in that movie that's really good. There's this great scene earlier on when that creature was pissed and it was raining a bunch of shit down. Blood and everything and all this, and from the fleshy stuff they had ate and all the people they had ate at that theme park. It was just like, okay, I'm going to dump all this shit on you. You are in my territory, bitch, and I'm going to do this. But Keke Palmer really adds a lot of levity to this. And it's just really, really good. It's a great amalgamation of genres. It's really fucking good. It's hard to detail everything, even in the spoilers. A+. This is really fucking good. I absolutely encourage you guys to check this out. Nope is great. And the Nope is a running gag. Just like, oh, am I going to do this? Nope. It's just, fuck. Watch this. Please watch this. It's really goddamn great. A+, 100%. Agree, disagree, what I said. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Rickland. I'll see you soon.